Good morning, cyber traders. Welcome to the last day of the pay period. It is the 31st of May, longest one of the longest days of the month, with 31 days in it. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Gary, Steve, Wayne. Good morning, Grant. Good to see you. Good morning. How's boat season going, Grant? Neil, good to see you. Lawrence, George, good to see you. Donna, and all the James, good to see you too. All right, Lita. How are you? It's all good? All right, good. See you, Ken. Is it hot down in Florida yet, Ken? Cold over here. It looks like we're expecting this big hurricane coming up here. It's going to rain all week for the next... it's raining where you are. It's going to be terrible for the past week over here in New York. Anyway, so what else we're going to do? Well, we can't go out there and go planting and do some fishing, play some golf, but we could trade. It looks like it's going to be a fun one, so... If nobody's going out, weather always is a factor, and with the weather, it's going to be trading. So a lot of stuff going on yesterday. It looks like we're back in full gear after that great Memorial Day that we had. So now it looks like you could see after what happened after the day after Memorial Day, now things are starting to tick up. We're getting a lot of volatility. We're getting the markets getting some good action. So let's talk about what happened yesterday. Anyway, I know some of you guys have been focusing on some of the nice little winners so far. So before we get started, that TV was great. That one just popped. We've been watching that since this morning. A lot of you are already in it around 220, 230 top. You should have been at least at 230. But 245, 250, stocks up 48%, 800,000 shares. You know, stocks have got some good volatility. Looks like it's going to fill in the gap over here. If it breaks that 375, it can go up to 325, even though it's about $4. Looking at the long-term chart, but great high-frequency trades over here. And then there was the other one, you guys. I don't know if everybody was able to jump into it, but gotta be a little more an advanced trader. But that Sienna right there, the CIEN, holy cow, that thing got destroyed. Woke up around 22, and everyone got that little rally right there at 22, 25. I know some of us are already pretty much done already. Made your day's pay just on that CIEN trade right there. So. You know, I don't know where that came from, but that thing just gapped down and just took straight up, went straight back where it started from. Anyway, let's talk about what happened yesterday because there's a lot of good stuff. A lot of you guys did really well. The DKS trade, that stock was, the DIX was a phenomenal trade right there. DIX Sporting Goods just went from 31 to 38, huge monster. The real order where most of us got it was right around 35, 36. And remember, everyone, it's not about making, $5, $7. It's about making the 50 cents, the dollar a day. And then we just add shares to it. And it's just, because remember what I always tell you, great traders and the best traders never buy at the bottom and sell at top. We always buy in between. The worst traders, and when I'm saying the worst traders buy at the bottom and sell at top because for every one they bought at the bottom and sold out on top, they probably have about 9 other losses. So you got a 9-to-1 ratio going there. It's all about just catching the wave. You're not trying it from the beginning to the end. Just catch that little wave and enjoy it and make your day's pay and enjoy the rest of the day. Anyway, Dix was awesome. We did really well on that one. Pandora, which is starting to tick up a little bit too today. Pandora's been doing pretty well lately. We had that big little rally in the beginning of the month, went from $5.50 all the way up to about $7. I'm going to keep Pandora back on the watch list, but Pandora is a great stock for beginners. The stock is a very slow mover. You could see it didn't move a lot, but it had going into the close, it did have that last minute pop from 710 to about 720. It was good for 100. It was good for a 10-cent move. And you know what? Depending how deep your pockets are, if you bought 1,000 shares, you made 100. If you bought 10,000 shares, you made 1,000. So even at 10,000 shares, a hell of a lot cheaper than trading Google or Apple or Netflix or Tesla or Facebook, or I can keep going on and on and on. Even buying 1,000 shares of Microsoft, all we know. But it was fun anyway. Even some of us would be happy with a $100 profit. All right, so that one, and then a Micron also took a nasty hit right there. Micron, we had such a good run up. You can see Micron from 45 to 62. There's nothing to cry about. Hit major resistance levels, back in. Back a few months ago, and you know what? There's always profit taking going on. So let's see how it works out. But it's been a good day trade, and also it's been a good swing trade. And then my favorite stock is the IQ. Just read a report on it that one of the top brokerage firms in China are predicting the stock to be over $28. Stock's been on fire. Listen, IQ to me is an investment. It's something that I'm looking at a year to 2 years from now. And if it goes to 100 a year from now, that's great. That's the goal. But once again, I can't live, and most of us have to realize, we can't live on next year's revenue. We need money today, right? You need to make money today. You got bills today. They don't want to say, hey, let me have that famous line, let me have a burger today, I'll pay you next week. Listen, you know what? This thing will take care of itself. There's no guarantee, once again, the stock market, but once again, I'm a big fan of the stock. We saw how the thing's been taking off. The only thing that bothers me about this stock, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's going up too fast. I don't like the stock going up that quickly. We own it at 16. Some of us own it at 18. We're doing well with it. I know we're up a lot, but personally, I don't like the stock going up this quickly. I really would hope it would back off and would sit here for about another week or a week or a month and then go up there. You don't want that to happen because, guys, listen, if this thing goes, if there's a short squeeze that comes in, and we saw what happened, being a great company, this thing could shoot up to $100 in a week, right? And then what happens? It'll come right back down to 26. So, let it be a nice quiet mover. And then the Hoya is also running trading with it. So anyway, that's what we've been doing so far. So some of you here that missed out, listen, once again, you missed some of the day trades. You can still do some of the swing trades. Now, a couple of stocks we add on to the list. Let's get through the watch list this morning. The Sienna is obviously going to be on our watch list. The MDGL is another one that came up. Oops, typed in the wrong window. MDGL, let's look at this one right here. The stock is gapped up, humongous. When's the last time you guys saw a stock of 52% go from 110 to 180? Been a long, long time, right? But guess what? I got some bad news. We're not trading it, all right? I don't know if that's bad or good. So anyway, we're not going to be going out there and risking it, but it is pretty cool to see that something like that can do that. I think the last time we saw that a stock did this kind of move was LinkedIn when it got bought out. That was a funny stock. Remember that stock? It was at 200. It gapped down to 100 and it got bought out a month later back at 200. Feel sorry for those people that sold out. Anyway, that one's been doing pretty well. The VT is another one that's moving. I remember that, Grant, a few years ago. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened to dryers, remember? All right, so anyway, VTVT, is that it? Yep, right there. Okay, another little cheap little stock, another pharmaceutical stock taking a nice little move up there. We've been watching it. This has obviously been our little baby right here. We've been trading this morning. Let me fix this time frame to a 2-minute chart so we get a nice little better perspective of it and what it looks like. But that one's looking pretty nice, and we already spoke about that one, so that one's on the watch list. The VKTX trade, that's going to pop up on our watch list. Another pharmaceutical stock. You can see this one is gapping up really, really nicely. The only thing I didn't like about it is that at around 8 o'clock, it's been hovering between this 680 to 720. It didn't really break out of its shell right there. And the reason why it's got major resistance levels, back here, which you could see right there. All right, so VTVX, great high frequency trade. So look, 6,000 share buyers out there, 2,000. So hopefully you guys are focusing on the iceberg orders. IQ's back on my watch list. We already know that. All right, well, how about GM? What's up here, huh? GM is doing great. I haven't traded GM in such a long time. Look at GM. Congratulations. Nice to see. It was just a matter of time. I was going to make some good news. So listen, I'm a big fan of the car industry. But then once I own. Listen, I got a little egg on my face with Ferrari because what Italy's trying to accomplish, but still, great strong company, car stocks, Fiat. A lot of them are coming back to the U.S. They're worried about this whole tariff thing. So cars are doing pretty well. And guys, think about it. When everyone makes money, what's the first thing they want to do, right? The money is worthless if you're not doing anything with it. So what does everybody want to do? They want to buy a nice car. They want to buy this. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know about Ford, though. Ford took a little bit of a hit there. But Ford came back a little bit, testing resistance levels. I'll keep an eye on the cars industry. Jill, another stock we've traded a long time ago. Guess what? It's filling the gap right here. It's testing those support levels back in the beginning of the year. So Jill is also another nice little secret, 14%, 90,000 shares traded. Just keep an eye on the spread right there. Remember, the 3 T's, tradable, trend, and trap. Burlington Stores, who would ever thought that Burlington Stores is a $145 stock? Does anyone shop there? I thought they were out of business. I mean, I remember there was one store, right? It reminds me of like, I can't believe this stock, $145. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Thing was only $90 last year. Holy cow. I mean, Men's Warehouse, right? I love shopping there. I didn't even know, I don't even know there was that many stores. I know there's one store, Just Coats, now everything. Well, listen, they're obviously doing something better because you know what? When you really think about it, who's got more egg in their face? Target, Macy's, or Burlington Stores? They just look at, it's so funny, they just look at themselves and say, oh, really? We're really a low-end store? How's your stock doing, right? How's that working out for you? Macy's, So, good for them. Congratulations. Anyway, I'm not trading it, right? It's not what we're looking at. Dollar General store. Who would ever thought that Dollar General would be also? It was funny. I saw them on CNBC. They were talking, one of the financial stations. It was Fox Business. I saw. They were talking about, this company's been around forever. But once again, another stock taking a little bit of a hit, but it's testing support levels. Once again, I'm only bringing it up, but we're not trading it. All right. I just thought it was pretty interesting to learn something. And you know what? I got to share something really funny with you. Okay. And, I don't know if you guys get this. But I got a little tip of the day. I want to share it with you guys. And I think it's hysterical. And it's been sitting at my desk, and I keep forgetting it to share it with you. But do you guys ever have noticed that we do a lot of trades, and you trade a lot, and all of a sudden you get like these like letters in the mail, class action suits, and this and that, right? You ever get those letters, everyone? It's like endless, right? All the time, right? So just as a goof, I took the time to fill one out, right? I says, you know what? I get probably, 50 a month maybe. So I said, what the hell? Let me just fill this stupid thing out, right? Do you know I got a check back? I actually got money back for a stock that we traded, Huntington.com, I think it was. You know what they paid me? 65 cents. 65 whole cents. Why would they even waste their time? 65 cents they mailed me a check. Could you believe that? I was embarrassed to even cash the check. The girl was looking at it was having an issue. Was looking at it. 65 after all. I make, it's not even worth my time. All right? 65 cents between they mailed it and printed it. They probably lost. Right, exactly. 65 cents on a class action suit I won of a stock that I traded, Huntington.com. Never heard of it. Don't even remember. Who cares, right? But I just thought, just to show you, everyone, that, this whole class actions and this and that is just ridiculous. I'm telling you, I wish I could die and when I come back, be a lawyer again, because I would probably be a multi-gazillionaire. These guys definitely have it. Between them being politicians and this, I mean, they definitely got, and they can never get in trouble, which is even better. It's great. How many shares I traded, Kathleen? I don't know. Could have been thousands, you know what I mean? I don't know how they factor it in or whatever, but that's the point. It's 65 cents. 65 cents. It was absolutely ridiculous. So hopefully everybody here realizes it. Don't waste your time when you get those stupid things in the paper. Unless you like a long-term trader and you own it for like ever. I remember I did it with Oxford Health in a lawsuit. I know some people that lost tens of thousands. I know somebody lost $50,000 on that trade. And I think they got back about $30. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back to trading, everyone. You got about less than 15 minutes. Let's go fill up our coffees, hit the restrooms, get ready to go. And listen, just to guys to remind you, tip of the day, once again, today is the last day of the pay period. So remember, students, Over this weekend, you got to go over not your daily journals, your monthly journals. You need to see, are you ready to get to the next level? We'll talk about it. So don't look as Friday as the last day of the pay period. For everybody in the financial industry, it is today, not tomorrow, okay? Friday does sound better, but Thursday is the right date. So you need to review them. Remember, everything that we taught you is going to teach you if you're ready to go to the next level, or you're not ready, you have to stick to where you are. So review lesson 1, what we went over. Make sure you follow the rules that we've taught you. Remember, it's the same rules that I was trained when I started, as a trader and a market maker. So make sure you go out there and do that and do your homework. And then remember, and also we have a lot of new traders here. We had a great event yesterday. The percentages of people that signed up was probably one of the highest that I've seen in a long time. So it's great. So I don't know if anyone, a lot of these traders that are coming in, please make sure you talk to your education advisor so he can explain to you exactly what this is all about and what you're looking at, so you don't come in here all confused and quit and says, oh, it's not for me. All right, it's for everyone. So just take your time. All right, guys, listen, good luck today. Happy trading.